welcome in. I want y'all to know I am divorcing 1, 2, 3 men because they give me such a hard time. Because I like to come in like 10 minutes before because it takes me that long to get dressed. And then I put my makeup on, so they were telling me I had things wrong with the face going on. And anyway, I want to welcome everybody in and thank you for coming back. And guess what? I am going to, you know what I'm going to do on the Prima?
No clue.
I'm going to decorate y'all's cabin so it looks like a 5-year-old did it.
Yeah.
I can do that. Then that's my specialty.
Yeah.
That is my specialty. I can do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't please.
Well, that'll work. Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I am Jeremy.
Why do you change that? I don't like. If I knew what button to push, I tell you, I would push that button and put Scott down here and me, you, and Eddie, because it's more of us and one of him. So I like him down here. It just makes it flow better in my eyes. Are you going to fix it?
No, there's 2 down, 2 up. Yeah. To your upper left is Eddie Lugo Studios. Good morning. And we also got Scott from the Mustard Drill has made it into the panel, and I don't see Pickles just yet. She is checking in on the traffic report for you guys, so we will be bringing that to the panel later on today. Welcome into the replay. Team Replay, we love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Please let us know that you were here by indicating in the comments section #replay. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in Cruising on the High Seas and Travel.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Yes. Today's question is, do you think the cruise lines are doing too much, enough, or not enough when they have to miss a port of call? Let us know in the comments section. That is a very good question. Thank you so much. Next up in the chat is Eddie Lugo Studios. Good morning. Uh-oh. Maybe started dancing with their coffee.
Oh, God.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, traveling with Tinkerbell.
She's driving.
Yeah, driving to Fort Lauderdale, hearing the show. Thank you so much for checking in. Oh, snap.
I think she's getting on like a celebrity ship there or something, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to behave, guys. Cruising is fun. Anytime has made it into the chat. Good morning.
It doesn't matter.
Morning.
Texas. Y'all just say what y'all want to me. I'm telling Alice and Beth. I am. I can't wait.
J&S Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Ooh. Journeys with June and Brady have made it in.
Good morning, June and Brady.
Oh, snap. We got our first donation of fresh fruit for today. Scott McNeil has made it in. What's up, Santa?
Hi. Scotty. Hammer time.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Ahoy there. Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in.
Welcome.
Okay, here we go. It says, ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Cheryl, Jeremy, Eddie, and Scott, who should live on the surface of the sun. The captain is here.
Right.
Oh.
We got another weather report from Midlife Travels. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, midlife travelers.
31.
And happy hump day. It is 31 degrees here in southeast Oklahoma with a high of 60 today.
Nice.
Next up in the chat is Sharon Rowland. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
You took your medicine?
Yes.
Okay, well, that'll work. Nettie and JT have made it in. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
And let me see. The Z Show Cruise Fund has made it in. Merry Christmas, content creators, and good morning from the greatest day in our nation's history. 24 days until the greatest cruise of all time in the Lone Star State of
Texas.
Georgia.
right,
New
baby.
York.
Oh, Nettie and JT with another weather report. Currently 23 degrees with a high of 39.
Oh, golly. Scott would just freeze to death.
There is a question for Cheryl. Did you find out that secret on social media about tomorrow?
No, I did not, because I'm a dense blonde.
I know what it is, but I'm not telling you.
Oh, you do? Tell me.
After the live.
Okay.
The life of Chloe Nova has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
21
God.
degrees in Pennsylvania today.
I bet he got the little heater going.
No, the heater's downstairs.
Oh.
The heater's in the studio downstairs. Upstairs, I just cranked the thermostat
Oh
up and
my
it's
God.
nice and
25.
toasty.
25 where Eddie is.
And we're thankful for the cool weather we got.
Yes, we are. Sea Lake Journeys has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Chad.
What's up?
Mike and Rihanna says it is 22 degrees Fahrenheit and clear with a high of 36 Fahrenheit today.
Can I tell you something? It was cold when Chet was doing his live. He put his robe on. He said he was going to take it off, but I didn't see him take it off. So it was cold.
Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
What's up?
Yep, Marjorie has made it in. Hello.
Good morning, Marjorie.
Oh, now we can start the party. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. Good morning. All right, the party has begun. Good
It's
morning.
Merry Christmas with Z.
I know,
getting
right?
up. Z, you better take some pajamas so you can take your picture down in the atrium, because that's where the pajamas are. And they, you know what? Scott did an article on that about you can wear, your little PJs.
Ivy has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
House of X has a weather report.
Oh,
It is
God.
29 degrees here.
Oh, my baby, it's cold up there.
Sifting some soil and more has made it in.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Hey, Mona.
I know, right?
Mayhem and Miracles has made it in. Hello,
Hello.
welcome in.
I'll see you at 11.
Welcome.
Oh, snap. Thank you for that share, Mayhem and Miracles.
I love this
And
show.
yes, Wanston wrote me yesterday. He got a new iPhone 13. He's having big fun with it. Let's see some walk around footage of Queens with all that cold
Bronx.
going on.
They live in the Bronx.
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 That's on the other side of Manhattan.
I want to see
North of Manhattan.
I love Mayhem.
Queens is nice.
Y'all please check with Mayhem and Miracles. She does her show by herself, and she talks. I mean, she's like my inspiration, because I can't do it by myself, because I'm a loner and I don't know nobody.
Life of Chloe Nova says it is currently 59 degrees near Corp. Oh, snap. This is Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
I love you, Jennifer.
Wow.
You got it.
Oh, Captain said Cheryl, Chet did disrobe for us. He gave us a show.
Oh, wait. I must have been in the shower when he did that, because I left it on the TV and on my phone.
Mike Aranda says we are looking forward to our Across the Wave show tonight. Hope everyone can join us.
Yes. It will be on at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock
Eastern.
at either that other time.
Okay, Ma'am and Miracle says it is -1 degree Celsius here, but supposed to be warmer tomorrow.
And if you really want to be PC when you're referring to Mike and Rihanna, they actually live in mountain time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, they got a bunch of different times in Canada, which I didn't know.
Journeys with June and Brady. It is 25 degrees here in North Carolina.
They're Mike and Rihanna are an hour behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 hours behind us. Mountain time.
Okay, and I think Ma'am and Miracles is giving us a time adjustment on the live show today, 12:30.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Eastern time.
Like here on the TV, they say, 8-7 Central.
Mm-hmm.
Out there, they say, they say Pacific Mountain Time. So we say, so yeah, they loop those two together like they loop Central and Eastern together here.
Yep. 49 degrees in Old Scottsdale.
It's even cold in Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah, the scorpions are probably crawling inside everyone's shoes out there.
Oh, Snap Midlife Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we got a flower in the chat. That's cool.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, well, our weather report and current condition here in Galveston, Texas is warmer than a lot of places.
Mhm.
We are waking up to 54 degrees with 78% humidity and mostly sunny. Our afternoon forecast is going up to 65 degrees with 66% humidity and mostly cloudy. And tomorrow, a big thunderstorm is coming.
Yeah, we're under a bad storm watch tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Hey, the Gaylors have made it in. Good morning.
Mhm.
Good morning.
He's getting his knee checked out today.
Yeah, and they got 2 time zones in Florida, Central and Eastern.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but there's not much of Florida in Central, but yeah.
Right. Cruising in the high season, travel says 27 feels like 14. Eddie, what do I think the secret is for tomorrow?
That's all right. I'm gonna know by the end.
Not telling. It's not my business to tell.
Now
Not my show.
Now, Mike, this roller coaster that we have is sitting down on a pier. I don't know if you could necessarily call this a roller coaster. It's more like a
Ferris wheel.
No, I mean we got one of those too, but I would call it like a little kids roller coaster. It's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see,
Not
Sea
over
Lake
the
Journey
water.
says 47 here now.
Wow. It's not usually that cold in Florida this early, right? Like it seems to me like it usually gets that cold in more like in January and February down there, right?
Yep.
Same thing here. Same thing here. It is getting colder earlier.
Scott stays in Central Time Zone. I did not know that.
Yeah, Scott McNeil. I'm in Florida and in the Central Time Zone.
It's a very small section of Florida.
Yeah.
It must be the panhandle, right? It's the panhandle that goes into Central, right? Because surely,
Yeah.
you know, what we would consider like normal, not lower Alabama, Florida,
Mhm.
right? But like normal Florida is all Eastern.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And let's see. Roxanne has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
It's pretty nippy here today.
Right? You better believe 20 degrees is nippy.
I don't know. 20 degrees is cold. It's stay in the house weather unless you got to go get something from the grocery store. Traveling with Tinkerbell is 45 degrees right now. Yep, 20 degrees. We're in the house. We're not going anywhere.
I don't know how she's going. I don't know how she's going to Fort Lauderdale, but I think, again, I'm not an expert of this. I think there is a highway that goes from Western Florida to Eastern Florida right through the Everglades, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Right?
Yes, 75.
75, right. So I'm thinking, you know, if it's that cold, the alligators probably won't be crossing the road.
They're fences now, so they're not supposed to. But it does happen.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, when we used to go to Fort Myers to go visit my dad's land out there, it was only one way in, one way out. And no lights or anything like that. So there were always alligators on the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Now, it's all fenced up. It's been divided. There's 2 lanes on each side, plus the emergency lanes.
Mm-hmm.
So they got fixed up pretty good, and there's plenty of lights, plenty of areas to stop for resting and stuff like that. Back in the 80s, none of that. It was all
back in like the early 90s. I took my first drive to Florida, and you know, around here, very common to see dead possums and skunks and stuff like that laying along the side of the road. I was astonished to see the armadillos laying upside down on the side of the road in Florida. Right, it was the craziest thing I ever saw in my life. I actually went out, like back then, you know, like the Polaroid cameras, actually got out and took a Polaroid of it because I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yep. It's 39 degrees here, and we have a freeze warning in the Panhandle, says Scott McNeil.
Yeah.
You were right. It is in the Panhandle
Yep.
where the Central Time Zone.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Too cold for my toes. Wait.
Okay, wait a minute. Who said that? Okay, Ma'am and Miracle says, yeah, too cold for my toes to go out.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Captain Billy J says, most of the Panhandle is Central Time. I live in Pensacola. The time zone change is just west of Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And
I learned something today.
yeah, and guess what else?
What?
Hey,
We got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you for that, Rob.
Oh, that's on our phone. Google. Oh, see.
The Florida change of colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Once it hits
Oh.
after Georgia,
wow.
it becomes blue.
Yeah. What is that right there on Alabama and Georgia border? Looks
Yep.
like it. Yeah.
Then it becomes Central Time.
Wow.
I have to always really think about that, right? Which one is Alabama? Which one's Mississippi? I for some reason cannot keep them straight in my mind. Which one is which?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Roadkill.
Yeah, roadkill armadillos. We see roadkill all the time. It's
We
gross.
do.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, I mean, we see roadkill all the time too. It's usually possums and skunks and deer, and like there's a lot of, especially this time of year, there's a lot of dead deer because
They come out.
they called it, I don't know, there's something going on with their mating thing right now or something like that. It's called like the root or something like that or whatever. So the deer are always running this time of year. Plus they're being hunted, right? So, but yeah, I mean, we always see possums and skunks. But the first time I ever drove to Florida is all the armadillo. I was like, what the hell?
We have
Things on the side of the road. I stopped, looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's an armadillo. They have armadillos in Florida. I always thought they just had armadillos in like Texas.
Yeah, they do.
Then again,
Yeah,
hot as it is, we got some dropping dead from the heat too.
For real.
Adventures with Roxanne has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, they're walking through the woods, minding their business, and then they hit the hot pavement and just roll over and die.
It's 24 where the Gaylors are. Man, I would love to have that kind of weather. Oh my God.
And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat, which means it is now time for Jeremy to struggle with words. Okay, on this day, we are at Wednesday, November 29th. And on this day in 1830, a Polish secret society of infantry cadets staged an uprising in Warsaw, beginning the November insurrection. In 1832, American author Louisa May Alcott, known for her children's books, especially Little Women, was born. In 1850, Prussia and Austria signed the punctuation.
Skip it. Just skip it.
Punctuation of Olmütz.
That's not it.
Punctuation.
No, this word. That's not it.
Olmütz?
No, that's not it.
An agreement regulating the two powers' relations.
Bananas.
Bananas.
In 1864, Colonel John M. Shivington led a controversial surprise attack known as the Sand Creek Massacre on a surrendered, partially disarmed Cheyenne Indian camp in southeastern Colorado Territory. More than 230 Native Americans were killed.
Ouch.
In 1929, American pioneer aviator Richard E. Byrd flew over the South Pole. In 1963, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson appointed the Warren Commission to investigate the assassination of John F. Kennedy. In 1981, American film actress Natalie Wood drowned under mysterious circumstances while vacationing on a yacht off Santa Catalina Island, California. In 1997, in a ceremony that was broadcast around the world by satellite, some 28,000 couples gathered at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. for a wedding conducted by Sun Myung Moon, leader of the Unification Church. Or is it Mayung?
It's a bananas.
2001, George Harrison, formerly of the Beatles, died of cancer at the age of 58. And finally, in 2008, Danish architect Jorn Utzon, who designed the Sydney Opera House, one of the most photographed buildings in the world, died at the age of 90. And that will do it for this episode of Jeremy Goes Bananas.
Man.
I think I aced my test.
No.
Okay, so Captain Billy J had.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was dying laughing. He said the difference between Alabama and Mississippi is that one starts with an A and the other one starts with an M.
Right.
Yes. I'm talking about visually on a map. All right.
Yep.
I had trouble distinguishing which one is which. So,
Yep.
And the other thing I would say to Captain Billy J is I'm sure you haven't lived since you see the iguanas falling from the trees in Florida. On the weekends, when my wife is not working in another part of the house and I have to actually keep the temperature in the house to something more suitable to her, I often fall out of this chair under mainly the same conditions.
Our shipmate has made it into the chat. Hello.
Oh, crap.
Yes.
Good morning.
Damn.
Mayhem and Miracle, you have to go on a cruise with us.
Yes.
Please. Your life will never be the same once you sail with us.
Oh, here we go. Marjorie says, Cheryl, give Jeremy a kiss every time he has a hard word to say.
Ooh.
My lips will be chapped.
Bananas.
Ouch.
Boom.
Yeah, bananas.
Bananas.
Banana.
That was funny.
Ma'am and Miracle said, I'd love to go on a cruise.
Okay, y'all connect with her now. And let's get her on the 2.0.
Yes.
Let's get her on the 2.0. And she can hang out with me, Alice, Jackie.
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah. She would have so much fun. Oh my God.
Yep.
And I would have fun with her, because she's like, she can sit there and hold a conversation for an hour.
That's one thing I picked up on that the very first time. Like, not only is she holding the conversation, but paying attention to the chat.
Yeah.
And like, just, yes, very, very impressive for one person to
do.
And Rob is saying, I would love to go on a cruise too. Again.
Oh, you are going on the cruise. You're going on the Viva and somewhere else. I can't remember.
You know what, Rob? I would love to have, easy access to Timbits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Captain Billy J Travels says Cheryl needs to order a pallet of chapstick from Temu.
Yeah, because he's going to have a whole bunch of words that he can't pronounce.
Yep.
And I just look and laugh. I do. I'm sorry. I look and laugh.
And
Jennifer.
Yeah, Chloe's mom says, I hate going on live by myself.
Me too, Jennifer. I really do. But if you ever go over to Mayhem and Miracle and connect with her and watch her live, girl, she sits back and will be relaxed and she be talking and she can talk.
I've got this attitude about it.
Yes.
Yep.
And the live streams are like, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
And she has a good following.
Yeah.
She has.
Kathy Mills has made it in. Good morning.
Sometimes she has like 200 views. I mean, she has.
Yeah, our shipmate has got the bug, so ready to cruise again. FR Humphrey says.
Okay, you know what? We're going on the Prima. I'm telling you, right out our back door.
Me too. I'm ready to cruise again. It's been so long since I've been on a cruise. And I'm telling you, and I can't, my next cruise is so far away. Oh,
like 9 days
now? I can't wait. But Scott's going to have a yacht club experience. So,
yeah, but not till February.
Yeah, right? That's next year.
But still, that's something.
Yeah. As soon as I fly back from my Prima cruise with you guys from Galveston and fly back into back into Newark, New Jersey. 2 days later I go over and get on the Marabella for Yacht Club. So
a pallet of chapstick would probably cost $1 from Temu.
I know, right? Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, well, Scott, that issue can be fixed by 2 easy ways. Number 1, book the ABC cruise in April 11/18/2026. Or number 2, come up to Toronto area to meet up with me and we can have some. Just saying.
Sounds like a plan either way.
I would like to go to Toronto too.
I've never been to Toronto. I've been to like Niagara Falls and some other places up there. Of course, I want to go to Quebec City really bad as well. So, but and of course, I've been to all of the maritime locations of Canada as well. But never Toronto.
Journeys with Junior Brady says, I leave Sunday for the sunshine.
Nice. I like the sunshine a lot. I mean,
I've been on
smaller. I mean, it's a smaller ship, but boy, they really packed everything in there. So,
Marjorie says, Cheryl, I need a 2-for-1 special on all my cruises, for all my cruises.
Yeah, me too.
Mayhem and Miracles is close to Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But let me tell you, I watch Murdoch Mysteries.
Oh, we got to see this.
Oh, what is it?
Mikey Rana says, come to Medicine Hat. We have the world's largest teepee.
Nice.
Teepee for my bunhole.
You know what? I have something for Mike, right? And he may have thought that I have forgotten about it, but I have not forgotten about it. And I have actually been continuing to look at options in order in which to get that item to Mike. And it is unfortunate. Well, not unfortunately, but it looks like it's coming down to the only way I'm getting that item is to drive it, but probably not right now. This is probably not the time to go to Medicine Hat.
Yeah, it's cruise season. Let's see. The mother and daughter duo have made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome.
CME Traveling has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. And we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to share the cruise and travel industry news.
Morning cruise news with
And Tim.
No. Technical difficulties.
Wait, okay, we're gonna do it
Technical
again.
difficulties. Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Listen, sometimes the more you overtake the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the drain. Okay. So Norwegian Cruise Lines implementing new sanitation process. Says here, guests aboard the Norwegian Viva have learned that the balcony whirlpools, a luxurious amenity available to certain suites in the Haven, will no longer be continually available. Due to new sanitation protocols, the whirlpools must be individually prepared for use and will only be usable for approximately 1 hour. After each use, they must be drained and re-sanitized. It says here, in a collaboration with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and in accordance with company protocols to maintain a healthy and safe environment, we have implemented a new sanitation process for all in-stateroom whirlpool spas on board. To use the whirlpool spa in your stateroom, kindly make a request for it to be prepared for use with housekeeping. As a result of the enhanced sanitation process, the whirlpool will maintain a optimal temperature for approximately 1 hour. Our onboard team must promptly drain the whirlpool and complete a comprehensive sanitation process following each use. Norwegian Cruise Lines is offering impacted guests a $500 non-refundable onboard credit to each stateroom, with $250 for guests 1 and 2 for an appropriate onboard for their appropriate onboard account. In stateroom whirlpool spas are highly coveted balcony hot tubs available in a limited number of staterooms in the Haven, which is the exclusive ship in a ship section of most of the newer Norwegian ships. The premier owner's suite, the deluxe owner's suite, and the aft-facing penthouse staterooms are some of those featuring the outdoor hot tubs. Many guests book these hot tubs these staterooms because of the luxurious amenity, including the hot tubs, which permits them to enjoy the private relaxation without sharing a hot tub with strangers or the whole crowd at a public spa aboard. Now, the limited use of the hot tubs requiring staff to prepare the spa in a limited time at optimal temperatures and the need for it to be promptly drained makes these a much less attractive and much less useful feature. Few details of the sanitation process are explained, such as how quickly the spa can be prepared for use. If a guest wants to use their hot tub, for example, how long will they have to wait before a staff member can prepare it? So it says here, no notice has been given about whether or not the public hot tubs on board, including those in the thermal suite, are impacted by the new sanitation protocol. So it's very interesting. Then moving on, young passenger falls from balcony aboard Royal Caribbean ship. Allure of the Seas departed Port Canaveral on Friday, November 24th, for what have been a fun weekend cruise. But just hours later in the early morning on Saturday, November 25th, tragedy struck one family. A 16-year-old male guest fell from one of the ship's balconies and suffered extensive injuries. Undisclosed sources later confirmed that the teen passed away at a hospital due to those injuries, despite onboard announcements urging guests to donate blood. Photos from the ship showing the balcony as one of the ship's interior Central Park balconies. Two such balconies on deck 11 were marked with caution tape, and a tent with privacy screening was erected on deck 8's walkway beneath those balconies. Royal Caribbean International has confirmed the incident in a statement. We are saddened to learn that the passing of a guest, and our hearts go out to the family. Out of respect for them, we won't provide any further comment. The teens' names and traveling companions have not been released to protect the guests' privacy during this very difficult time. Circumstances of the fall are not yet clear, and it is unknown whether or not the teen slipped accidentally from the balcony, was engaged in a reckless act, or deliberately went over the railing. The cruise line will undoubtedly be reviewing security footage from the time in question and conducting a full investigation to be sure such incidents can be avoided or minimized in the future. So it's very tragic. It's been quite a while, but quite a while ago we did a similar story here on Go Live Together, where it was actually a series of incidences on different ships at different times where teens were either sitting on the railings on balconies or literally out on the railings, climbing up and down to, the next decks, stuff like that. So very reckless. Again, no idea how it happened here, but if you've ever been on a balcony, even an interior balcony, a neighborhood balcony, the railings are pretty high. It would be fairly impossible, in my opinion, for you to just simply fall over. So don't know what happened there, but definitely sad. And our hearts do go out to those people as well. So, unfortunately it does happen. I mean, it's happening more and more, people going overboard, and we just really have to be careful. So,
and that's the way the news goes.
And I believe that you had a clip that you wanted to play from your experience.
So this again is plays into today's question, which is, has your cabin or hotel been clean enough for you? And I have had quite a bit of issues myself with the cleanliness of my cruise cabins since the restart. And it's an obvious reason why. And it's because since the restart, they have, they've reduced the service to usually once a day, but they have reduced the staff and given the existing staff way more, cabins to do. So it's just kind of a wash in the end. They still have too much work to do. Every single time I find my cabin in a difficult situation, I always call for upper management. And in my opinion, upper management, in their arrogance, it doesn't matter which ship I'm on, they are always very arrogant about it. And they take their good old sweet time coming to me if they ever show up at all. And my statement to them is always the same, which is whoever at the top decided that this was a good idea is not really concerned with who is supposed to be the most important person on the ship, which is me, the guest, right? If not for me, the guest, then your industry has no reason to exist. And in not being arrogant in my own, self, I'm saying that I don't need my stateroom to be, this, completely sterile environment. But what I do need is my cabin steward to have enough time in order to adequately clean my room.
Right.
And they don't have it. And I always make sure I impress upon the steward and their management that I do not in any way ever hold the steward responsible for the conditions of my room. I always hold management responsible because they're the ones that made the decisions to not give them enough time to do their job.
Right.
So, when I was on Carnival Venezia in August, I was told by that hotel director and she kind of caught her. She got enough of it out of her mouth that I understood what she was saying to me. And then she caught herself and stopped it. And then she kind of just wouldn't deny or confirm that my, recitation of it was correct, which is basically this. She said their idea or their belief is that whatever the stewards miss on turnaround day, they will be able to kind of pick up as they go along throughout the course of the rest of the cruise. So my response to that was, so I should just deal with the filth and the dirt and the things that are left behind by the previous guest staying in my cabin and wait until maybe Wednesday or Thursday till my steward is able to add just a little bit to each routine every night and finally accomplish what's supposed to be done on day one.
Right.
Which is, again, very, disturbing and not very considerate of me, the paying guest. So I have many videos. I tried to condense my videos down into small pieces in case I ever have to share them with anybody. So I'm only going to show a single video. So there's way more wrong in my cabin than what you're going to see in this video. And in itself, it's not that what you're going to see in the video in itself is not that big of a deal until it comes, in my opinion, the very last item you're going to see on my video. But what I want to leave everybody with and impress everybody with is just because the items you see in this particular video in themselves aren't a deal breaker, maybe even for me in itself, what you're not getting is the complete picture, which is all of the things that the camera did not pick up or that you do not see in this particular video because there are other videos with with that content in there. So here it is. Maybe. You can see here, there is this, streaking down the door here. There's all of these fingerprints and stuff like that all over the mirror. Again, in itself, not that big of a deal, but what it does is it's an indication that the cabin has not been properly or thoroughly cleaned from the previous people who were in my cabin. And I don't know about you, but I need that to happen. Like, I can't, just get in there and deal with, kind of filth and muck that other people that I don't even know left behind for me. So there's this washcloth in the in 2 cups over there, washcloth, and then look, a used Band-Aid, a bloody used Band-Aid in my shower. So from the previous guests. So what you don't see in here as well is the 5,000 items that were left in the refrigerator. You didn't see the other personal items that were left around the cabin. You didn't see the blood spot on the sheets, on the pillow, clearly indicating that my cabin was really not cleaned at all. And the reason why it wasn't cleaned is because my steward didn't have enough time. She had X amount of time to clean X amount of rooms, and she did her best to try to get them turned around so that she did not get in trouble when her boss came by and saw her still cleaning rooms when she was supposed to be done.
Yep. Eddie, same question.
It's been good, it's been good so far for me. In the Glory, well, some of the stuff that I saw in the cabin, I kind of blame that on the ship being older. It wasn't too bad. Everything was pretty good catch up. I was able to deal with it. Some things Alice will not go with it. She doesn't have enough towels or something like that. She will, make sure that she talks about it, or talk to the steward. She met the steward that's on the Glory. I never saw the guy. I never got to see him. If we need something, we usually get it or bring it with us. I try not to, hop too much into the person cleaning room because I know they're busy and they have a lot of pressure going going on with them. So I try not to bother them as much as I can. If I do something, if there's something wrong, I try to speak to the person first before I go speak to somebody else. I don't want to get anybody in trouble because I would like to be the same thing done with me. If there's something wrong with it, talk to me about it first before you talk to somebody higher. But like in Scott's case, that's a lot more disturbing to be taken care of. So if it goes to be that bad, especially a bandage in the bathroom or something, all the problems that I have in my inside my body, yes, I will definitely have a fit.
Okay.
I would hit the roof. There's no question about it. The dirty towels that were left, I would have. The Band-Aid, I would have. The blood on the sheets.
Right.
I mean, all of that, I would have knocked on the bridge, and anybody would have had to come and move me to another cabin, or give me some type of refund or another cleaning. I mean, I would like it all. Just give me a refund, and because I would demand that, another cabin. I would demand that.
On our sailings, our room has been immaculate. The only things that have been left behind by previous guests is some hangers.
Yeah.
And that's been our experience so far with all of my sailings, at least. So yes, our cabin has been clean enough. However, what we also do as a precaution is we take a full can of Lysol with us and we spray the room down coming in because of the, recent respiratory viruses that were killing people. We did ourselves a favor by going ahead and, spray everything down with Lysol upon entry. That way, any germs that are around, they can be dead. But yeah, so far our rooms have been nicely done. And there has always been a team of 2 people on Carnival. You get to meet the primary on the first day. They, remember your name and introduce themselves and stuff like that. And then you get to meet their partner later on in the week. They got like a backup dude or lady that is joining them, at least on Carnival, for all of our sailings.
Okay, but Scott also had a question, a part B, about a hotel. Now,
Right.
in New Orleans, I'm going back there.
Wait, hold on. Before you do, Elizabeth has made it in the chat. Good morning.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Let me tell you.
The only other thing I want to add is the reason why I talked to management about it and not the steward is because the management has more ability to get that message to the higher up people who actually made the decision, and not the steward. The steward is just going to, if I talk to the steward initially about it, they're just going to be like, oh my God, I'm really sorry. Let me get in there and do it. And it's not about you coming in and doing it. Somebody will need to come in and do it, because I can't live in this for the week, but it's not about them just coming in and fixing it. It's about somebody knowing that I'm the guest and this is unacceptable, right? And it's about creating a documentation or kind of like a history of proof that the upper management who makes this decision does so because they're not the ones that have to look the customers in the eye when they say, I don't care that you're not getting what you paid for.
Right. Yeah, and I would start with guest services, and then I would go higher, but
and I tell the manager every time they're standing in my room and they're listening to me and they're always very sorry and everything else. And I tell them, I said, this is your fault, not hers or not his, because the steward is usually there with them when they show up. I always tell them, this is your fault, not theirs. It's your fault. Maybe you, instead of inspecting rooms, maybe you should be helping all the people on your deck. Maybe you should be going in there and helping them get the rooms cleaner instead of just walking around with a clipboard, checking everything off or whatever, or not checking everything off. Maybe you should be in there helping them. This is your fault, not theirs at all, right? She was standing there, it had a bag and it was making a little bit of noise, and you could see this absolute like if he could have whipped her. He was so mad because this bag was making a little bit of rattling noise while I was speaking to him, and the look on his face, like he could have killed her. And he like put his hand over here for her to like keep the bag quiet. And I said, that's fine. She's fine. Right. She's working till, you guys saw in the live that night, right? Those things are still out there at like 9 o'clock at night. That's how much like a dog those people are working because they don't have enough time to get it all. And they're working, it was out there from early in the morning till late at night, and they're working and working and working and working and working, and they still don't have enough time to do it all. Right. My steward ended up telling me before the restart, there used to be 3 people, a bathroom boy. All they did was the bathrooms, an assistant. They did, what they had some stuff. And then the steward did the rest of the stuff. Right. And then after the restart, they got rid of the bathroom boy immediately. And then halfway through the restart, they got rid of the assistant. And now that's just the steward.
We're back up to 100%. They do need to make some adjustments so that the guests can be taken care of.
Yeah.
And in response to the news story you
got a lot of people talking about the news story.
Yeah, the hot tubs. Roxanne says, will they even do all of that? That sounds like a big hassle. But those Haven guests,
they pay a lot.
They pay a whole lot of money. That's just like Loft 19 on Carnival Excel class. And what's the place on Royal Caribbean? They get the exclusive Star Suites.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so these are
Yacht Club on MSC.
Yeah, really big money.
So I sent a client not long ago into a Haven room on the Norwegian Joy. 13 grand.
The Gaylor says the whirlpools breed legionnaires.
They probably do with the germs.
And Mayhem and Miracle says hot tubs need chemicals added if used often. Have you seen them add chemicals or clean them? I used to have one and know the cleaning, etc. of them. I have seen them tend to the pool a whole lot more than the hot tub.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I've experienced on cruise ships so far. I have never gotten in a cruise ship hot tub either. Because I see the amount of people that are in and out of them all day long, and it's like, I better not. You know,
So I used to get into the cruise ship hot tubs. I haven't in a very long time because they usually have kids in them now these days.
right,
I'm not about that.
right.
I'm like June and
Journeys with June and Brady. No hot tubs on a cruise ship for me. I can't imagine what all is floating around.
I'm trying to tell you, girl. Oh, wait.
Right. And so, yeah, I make it a habit not to go in the hot tubs. Ocean Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mayhem and Miracles. I personally would not use the hot tub on a cruise ship. Nope. Oh yeah, and in response to the teenager dying, yeah, that is sad.
That is very
sad.
Very sad. I can't imagine.
Yep, Mayhem and Miracles says I think all ships should have plexiglass around and on all railings, no bars to slip through. You are correct, and I know on the new Carnival Excel class ships,
you have to climb. You got to get a chair and climb up.
There's glass almost as tall as I am. I mean, I'm eye level with the top of the glass, and I'm 6'1" tall.
Right.
I'm pretty tall, and on the newer ships, I know on the Dream class and up, Carnival speaking, there is tall glass all the way around, and it would take you climbing on something to quote unquote fall off of the ship,
but not on the Glory.
But not on the Glory. I mean, the Glory had a really short railing, and I imagine the Paradise is going to be the same way. You know,
I mean, there are a couple of spaces where there are a couple of places around, especially older ships, where it's lacking a little bit. Where I think the lines could easily retrofit that area quickly.
Right. And let's see. Yeah, they must have had something to go wrong if they are changing policies.
Oh, I'm for sure.
For real.
But it does perplex me as to why they're only doing it with the Haven area and not the public hot tubs as well. That does make, that begs another question that only leads to more questions, so that's where I'm at with the hot tub gate today. Yep. Mayhem and Miracles. When I stay in a motel, I always bring a spray bottle of my own cleaner and wipe everything down.
Yes, and I always bring wipes too. But the whole point of it is that why do I have to clean my cabin?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
But I just do it because, like Eddie, I
do it too to mitigate my circumstances, but still, I'm getting tired of having to clean my own cabin. And shouldn't I get part of the tip? No, I want the steward to have the tip. Obviously, that's what they're there for, right? So.
Yep.
So let me see what
Gaylor say we wipe down flat surfaces and touch points. The wipes come out black. That's why we do it.
Yeah. And so we're not the only ones that do it, though.
No, like when I was at my hotel in Woodbridge, wipe everything, wiped it all down. So
Captain Billy J comes in with a comment. The guests that stay in Jeremy and Cheryl's cabin on the next cruise might find a lot of empty chapstick containers in their cabin.
Yeah, but I'm telling you.
Yep. A whole lot of money is relative, but hey, that's the nicest place. Is this another super chat? Wait.
Yes.
Oh my God. I need to catch up. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey,
we got
a super chat
from you
and you.
and you.
Thank you.
Oh, my hair was a mess. Oh my God.
Listen, you have very few hairstyles that I don't like.
Oh, see, very few. Oh my God. Now I got to go back to the drawing.
No. Not that I don't like them. It's just that, you know what? I always say, look, Cheryl's working it again.
I'm gonna have to go to the drawing board and pull out something new, a new color.
Yeah, I really liked your hair on the Glory.
Yeah, I love my braids. He loves the braids.
Together We Travel just came in. Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, well,
yeah, and Roxanne says, I love that little clip.
Okay.
Boom. I believe it might be here to stay until we record another one. Speaking of recorded and already thought up ideas and secrets that people have been keeping, let's see what Eddie Lugo Studios has been working on.
Oh, some good ones.
October 28, 2024, leaving out of Tampa next year. Yes, Tampa. on a Carnival Paradise will be going from Tampa down to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. Please get in touch with Bruce for your cabin reservation as soon as possible. And listen to this video.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And right after that, in January 26, 2025, I'll be celebrating my 60th birthday. We'll be cruising out of Puerto Rico on a 7-day cruise with 8 ports. Why 8 ports? Because we're living out of Puerto Rico on the NCL Viva on an Alice Lugo Studios group cruise, and me, of course. And we'll be sailing out of PR, going to the ABC Islands, all 3. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, San Lucia, St. Kitts. And guess what? Me and Alice will be booking this cruise today. So, Bruce, get in touch with Alicia and you know what to do. So, if you're interested on this cruise also and come with me and celebrate my 60th birthday, please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel and listen to this video.
Caribbean Conquest 2025. Hosted by Eddie and Alice Lugo Studios, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Aboard the Norwegian Viva. Ports of call, Riba, Bonaire, Curacao, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Come join us for this great cruise, January 26th, February 2nd, 2025. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
All right. And while we still got you up, Eddie, let us know who is coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube.
Yes, sir. At 11 a.m. Eastern will be a Moment in the World, followed by 1 p.m. with Roy and Becky's Travels. 6 p.m. tonight will be One Strong and Controversial Cruising together on a live. 7 p.m. will be Ednet's World. 8 p.m. Antoinette at Fun, D&G Explorers, Full Blown Country, Live with Mountain Folks, and the guys from Across the Wave with a special show tonight at 8 p.m. with Across the Wave will be Rihanna, Live Adventures, Alice Lugo Studios, my sweetie, Traveling with Tinkerbell, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, and Cruising with Keith. Don't forget, 8 p.m. tonight. See y'all later.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is a great lineup for the remainder of the day. We want to thank everybody who has made it in, especially for the replay. Hashtag Team Replay never lets us down. And y'all take care of each other out there. First of all, hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.
Bye.